Hi everybody, I'm back again with another video. This time it's something completely different. These are the only two Sideshow premium format figures that I've got at the moment in my collection. I am going to get a couple more from this line, and then a couple of others from some other lines. But these are the Court of the Dead figures. The one on the left is the Queen of the Dead, and the one on the right is Kier Valkyrie. Quite large. They're about, I believe they're about 1/4 scale. I wasn't going to start getting premium format figures, mainly because of the price. I mean, these things are quite pricey. So I have decided to get a few, but I'm limiting to what I get purely because of the money and the size of these things. In order to put them in a Detolf, you need to take out at least one shelf to get them in. So I'll put a little pause in here, and when we come back we'll take a look at the Queen of the Dead first. Okay, here's the Queen of the Dead. They've made 3,000 of these, limited, and I believe this is number 2,428 or 2,248, one of the two. So I'm quite high up in the listing. A lot of the earlier ones did have a few sort of paint blemishes, but mine doesn't seem to have any that I've noticed at the moment. But it is a fantastic looking figure. When you take it out of the box, all you have to put on is the base here, which is pretty bland, and the two little monsters. You have to be careful that you don't rub that hand against the leg when putting it on, because you probably could take some of the paint off. And obviously the cape. The cape is wired all the way around, so you can pose it. But other than that, that's all you have to put on. Just zoom in on the face here a little bit more. So with some of the others, you had a lot of black in the eyes. It looks like there is some in this one, but there isn't. It is actually just the glazing that makes it look like there's a bit of black in it. Let's just move around a little bit. Side view. These are slightly bendable or movable, but I wouldn't suggest moving it too much if you're going to get this figure. The bra bit isn't removable. At least I don't think it is. No, it isn't. Some of these figures you can remove it. Look, detail of the hands. A little bit of a chalky substance in between the fingers, but you can brush that out with a small little makeup brush. Spin around to the back. This is where a lot of people have had some quality control issues. The tattoo on the back, there's been a little bit of breakage in between some of the black lines on a lot of people's figures, but say mine seems to be fine, which I'm really happy about. Great detailing on the little waist belt there. It is slightly darker in person than you're seeing on the camera. I've got a light on it, so it's showing up a lot lighter than what it actually is. I'm not going to go into great detail on this figure. There's a lot of people out there who have done some really good reviews on this, but I just wanted to show you around it. It's like a ceramic sort of feel to it. I think some people had some issues with the paintwork on the hands as well. So let's take a closer look at the little monsters down the bottom. Cape is quite velvety, quite grotesque. This is one of the, I think this was the first of the Court of the Dead statues that was released, and they have got a little bit better since then. But this one, I'm really happy with this. It is a great looking statue. So yeah, there's the Queen of the Dead. I'll put another little pause in here, and when we come back we'll have a look at Kia Valkyrie. Okay, here we have Kia Valkyrie. Rather a large figure, this one, purely because of the base, which we'll take a look at first. A little bit more going on with this base than you saw with the Queen of the Dead base. Can't remember what number this one is, but again, this is limited to a certain amount. For this figure, when you take it out of the box, you obviously have to put the cape on. You've got a choice of two different heads. I'll show you the other head in a minute. So you have to put that on. You have to put this arm on here that's holding this skull, which has got like a flame effect coming out of it. And you can see like little skulls in the flame there and other bits of skeleton. So you have to put that arm on. And you have to put the sword on as well. Just this part, it is metal as well. It's rather large, quite sharp. And as I say, you have to put the head on. This is the head that you see on the artwork on the box, which I prefer this sort of head sculpt. And this is tied on there with a little bit of string. Got one broken horn. The hair at the back is slightly rubberized, so you can pose it to a very minute amount, really, but I wouldn't bother. Or you also have to put on this neck piece as well. Now the cape it's all got wires down it again, so you can pose it. You can just about see here there's a little string. You can actually tie the cape round her neck with a string, but I find you don't need to do that because there's two little grooves in this neck piece. I've just pushed the cape up into the neck piece there, and that's held it on perfectly. It's not even moving off, so you don't need to tie it up at all. Closer look at that face. Nice paint apps again on it in the eyes. None of this armour is metal. It is like a plastic sort of material that they put over it. Again, it's non-removable. Got a fabric type loincloth here, which has got wires in it as well, so you can pose that. And the cape has got a different sort of design inside to what it has outside. You probably want to see the bum shots and all that, but I'm not going to do that. It means I'm going to have to take the cape off to do it. If you want to see the rear end shots, then check out a few other people's other videos. So this is the first of the head sculpts. I'll put a little pause in here, and I'll put the other head sculpt on so you can see what it looks like with that. Okay, here she is with the non-masked head sculpt. It's not bad. I prefer the masked version, but it's exactly the same. As far as the hair at the back is slightly bendable again, so you can move it. And in order to put it on, it's just got a little plug there. Push it in, but be careful. Don't keep changing the head sculpts because you could probably scrape off a bit of the paint. As you can see, it's already started there. So you have to be wary of that. So yeah, there you go. That's my two Court of the Dead figures. Just put a pause in here, put them back together side by side so you can have a good look at them again. And there they are back together. So the Kia one on the right does look a lot bigger, but it's not. It's only purely because of the stand. Yeah, two great premium format figures. There's still quite a few available. They don't seem to have gone up too much in price either. Can't remember what I paid for these. What other ones have I got coming? I've got one of the... I'm thinking of getting the mermaid version for these. And there's another human one, which I can't remember the name of it offhand. Brand new one that's just coming out. I've got... what else have I got on order? Just trying to think. Oh, I've got the Red Sonja figure on order. Statue. And I've also got Vampirella as well. I did have He-Man, Skeletor and Evil-Lyn on order, but I've cancelled them. It's just going to work out too much money. I got these on FlexPay, so I didn't pay for them all in one go. I think I paid about, I think it's about $120 a month for about 4 months. Or 3 or 4 months for these. So yeah, there you go. It's just something a little bit different other than Hot Toys. Next video, I'm not sure what it's going to be, but stay tuned anyway. And as always, thanks for watching and see you on the next video.